Looking for a unique gift for that special someone? Fort Campbell MWR's Engraving Etc. can personalize awards, trophies, plaques, and specialty gifts so you can show your appreciation in a memorable way. They accept walk-in requests as well as orders via fax or email. Engraving Etc. is located inside the Gannett Arts and Crafts Center next to Wilson Theater. For more information and price quotes, please call 270-798-0171. Fort Campbell MWR, serving soldiers, families, retirees, and civilians.
Welcome back. Ryan Bowie is with us from the Roxy Regional Theatre in downtown Clarksville. Welcome back to the show, Ryan.
Thank you, Melissa. How are you?
Good. It seems like it's been a while since we've seen you, but I know summers are a busy time at Roxy.
It is a crazy time. It's been a fantastic summer, a fantastic end to the 29th season. I don't think we could have asked for a better season. We've done 19 different productions this past year, and it was a big task to fill, but we did it, and I think everybody really enjoyed the season, especially Happy Days that closed the season. Great crowds, a great cast. We'll be sorry to see them all go, but looking forward to our 30th anniversary season coming up.
I know that I've seen most of the shows in the 29th season, and they've all been so enjoyable, and that you really have had a great crew of performers out there. So it takes everyone, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
And how many folks are sticking around to go into the 30th season, or do we have an all-new cast?
Well, we've got about 5 people that are coming back that showed interest in coming back in the fall, and they're staying on. Most of them are staying on for all of the fall shows through Christmas Carol, which is great. You know, you're kind of getting a core company that knows what's going on, can kind of be the leaders of the group for anyone else coming in. And we're excited to have him back. So we've got Rob Rodhams, who's been here since Spring Awakening, coming back. Caitlin Doherty, who came in for The Wedding Singer, she's staying on with us. I'll be here, of course. We've got another guy that was here earlier in the spring that's coming back and is actually going to stay on all year long. So there's several of us that'll be the familiar faces of the Roxy in the 30th season.
So Happy Days was a great way to close the season. Certainly a very enjoyable summer production. I love those fun, happy summer musicals.
Sure.
But how are we going to begin the 30th?
Yeah, Dolly Parton's new musical, 9 to 5, the musical, will open the 30th season. We're so excited about doing it. It had its opening for the tour in Nashville several years ago, and they've just released the rights to the regional theaters around the country, and we were able to snag the rights, and we've got a Broadway star coming in to play the Dolly Parton role, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
So I imagine you're already in rehearsals for that.
Yeah.
And opening night?
Yeah, it opens Friday, September 14th with the Pay What You Can night. So any tickets that are left over at 7:30 at the box office, you can come in and literally pay whatever you have in your pocket for the seats that night. And then the official opening is Saturday, September 15th, which also is our Roxy Gala. So tickets are more expensive for that evening, as it's the annual fundraiser that night, with the silent auction and the live auction and dinner and all of that.
And then you also get to see the show.
And you get to see the show.
So, if someone was interested in being a patron of the arts and they wanted to go to the gala, how much are the tickets and how do they get them?
Yeah, they're $150 a patron. That includes your dinner. The Boundary from Nashville is our caterer.
Good food.
Yeah, they do a fantastic job. You get to see the show that night, and then you're also supporting, essentially, the 30th season with your ticket price as well. So $150 a patron. You can do a table as well, a table of 10, if you want to do that for your business or a group of friends that wants to get together. And it's also a showcase of local artists that night, because they help and donate pieces to our silent and live auction that also comes back to the fund for the gala that night.
Let's hope we don't have weather like we're hearing on the set today on the evening of the gala, because that's outdoors.
It is.
But it also is the end of the day of Frolic on Franklin.
Yep.
So there's a big downtown, environment that day. It's a great place to be, whether you're going to the gala or not.
Yep.
But I mean, $150, you would easily spend that if you were going to a military ball, or if you were going to the Candlelight Ball at Austin P. I mean, that's about the same price that you would spend for
or even
really formal evening out. And
yeah,
you're getting a play too.
Going down to T-Pack, depending on where you went to dinner and where you were sitting,
parking,
and the gas, you're going to spend about that. So it's a great way to really support our downtown gym of a professional theater, and what better way than to celebrate 30 years of performing live theater on that corner. It's going to be a great season.
Yeah, and I think about all the different ways that you all have done your fundraising at the Roxy. Well, pretty much since you've been here, there have been things for everyone. There's something for families. You've done something for children. You've had, informal barbecues and things. There's been a whole lot more than just the gala, which used to be pretty much the only fundraiser for the Roxy Regional Theatre. So
Yeah.
there's lots of ways to participate and support that wouldn't even have to be that expensive.
And everyone needs to find their own way that fits into their wallet to feel like they can do something, and that's what we've been trying to do, and I think we're making everyone aware that it's something that Clarksville needs and something that this region needs. And we're looking forward to doing it for the next 30 years.
Well, following the Olympics, there's always a raise in interest in youth,
Sure.
in performance arts, dance and gymnastics and all of those different things that the kids look at on the television and that. So having that huge performing arts center that doesn't just provide theater but provides so much more would really be important. Now, what do we have to look forward to after 9 to 5? I know you'll be back to talk more details,
Yeah.
but what kind of a season are we talking about here?
Oh, it's great. We've got Rocky Horror after that for Halloween, which everyone loves, and everyone that I talk to is very excited. And we'll actually have a midnight showing of that as well, which I think is kind of cool, one of the Saturday evenings. The Giver is also something that we're presenting in the fall. It's based off of the book. It was actually a production that I did in Chicago when I was living there, and I'll be directing that. Christmas Carol will be back once again. And then the spring, we've got shows like Heidi coming back. We have Romeo and Juliet, the Civil War stories, a new version of Peter Pan that was in London a few years ago, The Marvelous Wonderettes, which is all female 60s music, and we'll close the season with South Pacific.
So, there's kind of like a pattern. If you've lived here for a few years, you see that there are children's shows. There's always a Christmas show. There's usually something a little bit frightening around the Halloween time. You've got your blockbuster summer musical, and there's always something for the Civil War buffs.
Yep.
And a Shakespeare every year. Can you tell me, are you doing anything in the other space coming up?
We are. The Vagina Monologues will, of course, be up there again. I think it's like the 12th season or something that we've had that. And it's such a great success and something that we feel is really important to do. And then Stephen Adley Gurgis, he is a playwright that actually John MacDonald worked with. And his play was on Broadway a couple seasons ago, was nominated for a Tony. And we're going to have that show in the other space in the spring. So we're really excited about that.
So can people buy season tickets for the shows, and how would they go about doing that? Yeah,
right now we've got a deal going on where you can buy the season tickets through September 1st it's actually a season 10 pass. So you will have access to 10 shows of your choosing, whether you want to use all 10 in one show or spread them out throughout the season. You can do whatever you'd like with those. Right now through September 1st, they're $150 for 10 performances, so it knocks some money off. Our ticket prices are going up slightly in the 30th season. So starting September 1st, those 10 packs will go up $25. So they'll be $175 for the 10 pack.
So it's a really good idea if you're going to attend a lot of theater to get in before that September 1st date and get those season passes. And can you do that online?
You can do it online or just call the box office 931-645-7699.
And the hours at the box office for Katie?
It is 9 to 2, Monday through Friday.
Well, there's always been great ways to get that information, and I know that you guys do specials sometimes too on tickets, so you want to maybe follow the theater on Facebook.
Absolutely.
And keep an eye on what's going on at the Roxy Regional Theatre. Are you starting to feel like a local yet?
Oh, yeah. This is home.
I feel the same way, and with my passion for theater and loving that Clarksville has a theater like the Roxy, it really just does make it a complete home.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming. We'll see you again soon.
Yep.
Thanks for being here. We'll be right back.
You gotta move, Grace.
Man, got it. Hey, Mom.
Try again.
What went wrong?
Where's my mother?
Grace, we have a deal.
I never agreed to kill.
You now belong to me.
The Mob Doctor. Series premiere Monday, September 17 on Fox.